Yosef is taken captive by his brothers. They take off his beautiful coat, throw him into a pit. They're going to kill him. Then they commute the sentence and they sell him as a slave. We're told that the Ishmaelite caravan that bought him was transporting a few different types of spices. Why do we need that extraneous detail? Rashi in his commentary explains it's actually important, and that's why the Torah shares it with us. Because in that day, at that time, the traders that would pass by were always carrying foul-smelling items like tar. But because in this instance, Yosef HaTzadik, Yosef, the righteous fellow, was being transported, God arranged it that this one caravan was carrying sweet-smelling spices. Let me ask you a question. Imagine if on October 7th, when the captives were being taken into Gaza on motorcycles and jalopies, one of them was taken in a Mercedes or a BMW. Do you think that person would have said, you know, this is pretty awful, I'm being taken hostage by Hamas, but nice wheels, sweet ride? I don't think so. So you think Yosef, after being betrayed by his brothers and sold as a slave, was sitting back saying, you know, I could kind of get used to this. These spices smell pretty good. We don't think so because we would not have noticed that. Because we're just a regular Tom, Dick, or in my case, Harry. But Yosef would have noticed it because he had trained himself, no matter what, to always somehow, some way find God's hand, find a silver lining, find some element or aspect or hint of God's kindness. It's easy to do when things are going well. You got a raise, you got a promotion, you met the girl or guy of your dreams, you found the house or apartment you were looking for. Thank you, God. But awfully difficult while being taken captive, hostage, sold as a slave. But that's what he did. And that's what he's showing us, that it's possible. Because since God arranges everything, good and bad, even when things look bad, they're still good. And there's still a way, if you look hard enough, to find his hand. And what a great Hanukkah lesson. When we light those Hanukkah menorahs, instead of just thinking about the miracle, significant as it was, that God did for the Jewish people thousands of years ago, let's also think about all the miracles he's done since then. How many times have the nations in which we've lived expelled us or tried to destroy us? And think about what's going on now. Think about the stories, the miracles we're hearing about the freed hostages. And hopefully we'll hear more stories and all of them will get out. And the stories and miracles we're hearing about the soldiers. Things may look bad, but they're not. God's running the show. Right now we've got to look harder to see that, to find his hand. But if we do, we'll see it everywhere. He's always got our backs. Have a wonderful Hanukkah.